Welcome to Sheepy Hollow. I don't often show off, not showing off, but I mean show the property from off the back of the deck, but I thought it would be a nice time to do it today. Some Tweety birds. Moved the barbecue over here. Haven't even lit it up, and it's the middle of June already. Actually, it's past that. Here's the bird feeder. That was been working out pretty good. And those garbage cans are full of birdseed. Oh, there's a squirrel. There he goes. Can you see him? It's over by the fire pit. There he is. He's in the fire pit. His dead cousin's in there. Boys got him yesterday. But they come in here. They usually climb up the woodshed, jump over to the beam, and get into those feeders and gorge themselves on the seeds I put in there. But the buggers have to deal with two Great Pyrenees, and it's quite comical to watch the dogs chasing them. I've only seen maybe 3 or 4 dead squirrels, and believe me, they're not even putting a dent into the population here, because this side hill right here, which is where all the apples are, is just loaded with frickin' squirrels. We also have a rabbit that's running around here, and in the fall the bears will come in here and go up over here on the other side of that shed, which is our big blackberry patch. From here you can see our garden, and I was going to go up there, but I'm in my house coat, so I can't be bothered. Mind you, I could. Nobody lives out here. At night, I don't know if you can see that big round thing, the big piece of land over there, the hill. That's Crab Mountain, and that's a ski hill. I guess you come over here, maybe you see it better. I'm looking due south here, and Nakawik is about 25 miles or so from here, and that's pretty far away too. That's the Crab Mountain, that big hill over there. Oh, here comes one of the beasts. Here comes Ice. Come on. And here's Storm. Two guard dogs. This one is Storm. Annie, what do you want? And that one's Ice. Okay, go play, you guys, and then I'll... Oh, you get up there? Yeah, it's a boy. We have a kind of a drought going on here. I don't think it's raining in a couple of weeks. We had a big deluge here last week, I think it was. But I mowed the lawn here the other day, and the grass is all crunchy on your feet. I'm not too worried about it. I told my wife, though, it won't be long. And we will get some rain. And the grass just bounces back right away. If I keep it cut short, like that, where it's at the almost dying point, it keeps the weeds down, and then it saves a little bit of gasoline, because I must mow, well, quite a ways up that way, all the way around the outside of all these fields. Anyway, it's just a lot of friggin' mowing. These sniffing for the Sammy. Where's Sammy? Storm, where's Sammy? Where is he? Now, the fencing for the dogs, it's buried down 1 foot at least into the ground. And these are all cedar posts. And they're in the ground pretty solid. And the fencing around it is wildlife fencing. It keeps the some of the critters on the other side. Although we did have a raccoon here one night, and he, the dogs chased him up the by the gate. I don't know why he didn't just take off, but he was on top of that tall pole right there. He must have been there for about a half an hour before he finally got the dogs off of him so he could get down and take off. But he was into the bird feed. Now, if you go down to our local Dollarama, they have these little those little wire cages there for the suet. They sell them for about $1. I don't know what to sell the cages for, but they sell the suet itself about $1 each. So I usually buy about 20, 30 of them before everybody gets the bright idea to use them, and I'll store them off into the garage until well, we just leave these here for now, but usually they'll come pretty quick in the wintertime. I've got another one on that fire, or the woodshed to take off and transplant it over here as well. But we're going to replace this woodshed with a 6-cord one, which will be 8 feet by 12 feet. And I want to put a couple of sliding barn doors on the one side of it, and we'll put either vertical or horizontal slatting around the outside of it, but the air will still be able to blow through it. I'm not sure. We're waiting for the guy to show me what he's going to do first before we approve the plan. There we go. And see the little sheep up in the top? We restored the cupola on top of the garage just for the cupola. It really sets off the place, makes it look really nice. I have one neighbor across the street, and I have one guy that has a camp next to the property to ours. And he has an acre, and he's not there that often. But every time he does show up, we have an awful lot of dog noise because the boys just don't like strangers. Oh, maybe they got a snake. Snake? Where's the snake? Where's the snake? You see that yellow cord over there by the dog on the right? We've got a rope tied there so that I can go over the side of this hill here and I can get a way back up. That's a good, almost a 45-degree slope, and it's neat to see the dogs run up it. You can do it without any effort at all. Oh, the dog's having a whiz. Who's there? At night here, last week we noticed, it's really neat to come out here late at night. The fireflies on the side of the hill here, it's really neat to see them. We moved the hummingbird feeder to the front of the house, but I don't know if they're coming to it or not. Look at the wiggle bums there, hey? Boys. Boys. We got a couple of nice big rhubarb plants over the top of the hill there too. That got to go down. And in here, underneath this apple tree. I've been climbing down there to remove the burdocks. I think they call them stickers in other parts of the world. There's those things that stick to your clothes and then you walk off. They like to stick to your socks or any frayed, like your blue jeans, the little threads on the bottom, and you carry them around. I've got burdocks. It's got to be taken out because the dogs get it in their hair. And Storm, you don't like you touching his freaking. I kind of goofed that up there when he was a little feller by combing him too hard, and he don't like me combing him anymore. So he's got to pick the burdocks out as best he can. And we do send the dogs to the groomers all the time. I want to slightly redo that fire pit, and it has to be that big because we got a lot of brush that we burn here because of whatever. There's a lot of, as you can see, the property's all trees. Too bad I missed the, didn't see it. We had a big rain when the apple trees started to blossom. Oh, they got something. You see something. It's freaking amazing what these guys can do and hear. I'll have to come over here and see if there maybe get some action. We had a moose come into the bottom of the field. And the deer here, they leave here about the middle of January, and we don't see them till about May. And waiting for the snow to melt. We're thinking about getting a third dog. We'll see. These things can last up to 15 years, so being that I'm 67 and he's 3, do the math. I gotta live a long time. You can see down there at the bottom, I've mowed a path, nice wide path to get into, that's where our well for the house is. Just gotta pump it up from down there all the way up to here. The property goes about 1.6 kilometers or a mile straight down there, but I got to get back there soon enough, I guess, to break the dam open, see if I can get rid of those freaking beavers. Psst. Storm. My cup. For if I'm out here freaking around and I need a drink of water, I've got a cup here by the tap all the time. Gonna have to come out here and do some weed whacking here too. I see. I'm gonna have to take the weed whacker down here and see if I can get rid of those burdocks before they get too big. Oh, I think he's gonna have a poopsie. That's the place they like to go. These boys eat good. For breakfast, well, they get kibble all the time. That's that Purina Pro plan. And for breakfast they get turnip, carrots. We'll let him have his piece. Squash and turnip. Those four vegetables all mixed together on top of their kibble for the morning. And if we have, say, something like bacon and eggs, we'll save the grease on the frying pan for a few minutes. And we'll take some of the kibble out of the bowl and just rub it on top of rub it into the bacon grease to mix into their food. And at night we'd like to lure them in because we don't want them out all night long. We lure them in with a couple of chicken feet or chicken wings. They're come pretty handy. Get them from a friend down the road. But anyway, I'm off to the city tomorrow. Got a procedure thing going for cancer at the hospital. And so I probably won't make a video, but I'll try to make one here on Thursday. Well, I don't know how that goes. Not sure how that works with the, I'm just trying to do a test here at night, or the sun's going down, to see what happens when I focus onto the sun. And outside, I just wanted to share the outside with you. No noise. No vehicle noise. There isn't even a freaking plane in the sky today. Anyway, you folks take care. And we'll see you soon back at Sheepy Hollow.